Hello worldo, this is Gemini Wolfstar Gaming, it's Anton, and welcome back to more AI the Somnium Files. Last time we got into a bit of a interrogation with number 89, but it went south very, very quick. And he escaped, unfortunately. So that's a big issue. And then last we left off, we went to see Moma here with Iris in tow, which was a little bit of a funny exchange, especially seeing that Moma is such a big fangirl of Iris's. It's like seeing him reduced to a fangirl is just kind of funny. So we're just about to leave here. Where are we going here? Oh, that's right. We are going to a couple of different places. I mean, we knew we had to go to Sunfish Pocket and Akume Shrine, and the cold storage warehouse, but Matsushita Diner? This didn't come up in conversation. Why are we going there? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, why don't we get this one out of the way? I feel like this is inconsequential, so although going here could prove me wrong. We'll see. See what Mayumi or Ota have to say.
I'm so hungry.
That's why we're coming here, because Iris is hungry.
Tessa?
Hi, Ota. I'm sure he's surprised to see her. He's not expecting her to just pop in.
Why are you here?
Because she's hungry. She just said it.
I told Date I was hungry, so...
I've always wanted to eat here.
Has Date never eaten here?
I'll have my usual, Ota.
What's her usual?
Yes, right away.
Ota flew into the kitchen. It's like, Ota, away! Into the kitchen! Iris watched him go and took a seat. Can I talk to Ota while he's working? I can. Who do I want to talk to first, Iris or Ota? Let's talk to Iris first. What's your usual?
Omelet rice.
Omelet rice. Sounds good.
Ota's omelet rice is so good it gives me stomach cramps.
Wouldn't that be normally a bad thing? After eating something?
Is that a compliment?
It kind of sounds like a backhanded compliment in a way.
You're embarrassing me.
Well, Ota appears to have taken it as a compliment.
Yeah. You've been here before?
Yeah, I have.
Have you met Ota's mother, Mayumi?
Yeah, but
But what?
I don't think she likes me.
Yeah. It's like she's said time and time again that she doesn't like Iris.
That's not true. Mom is just jealous of how pretty you are, Tessa.
I mean, that could very well be one of the reasons.
Not very reassuring.
No, but it feels appropriate.
Whether out of jealousy or otherwise, she still doesn't like Iris.
Yeah. about Iris's resurrection.
Iris, about your coming back to life.
Hold it!
Yeah, it's like Ota's like, oh, wait a minute, what did she say? Resurrection?
What do you mean coming back to life?
I decided to tell Ota about Iris's resurrection.
Date jumped into a parallel world where I'm still alive.
I guess we could put it that way. I mean, it's not exactly a parallel world. I mean, it doesn't feel like a parallel world. One of the things I did go back and watch with my last to refresh my memory of what happened. I did watch back my talk, my intro talk, and talking about, you know, how it seems to be like a premonition of her death. So it doesn't feel like it's a parallel world. In that respect, if I'm gonna keep going with my, you know, premonition route or theory.
Tessa died?
I feel like Iris is just like brushing it off. It's like, yeah, I died. So what? It's like, I feel like that's a big deal. It's like, you died. Doesn't that scare you? Iris is sitting in front of me. Okay, Ota. Let's see. You're good at cooking, huh?
Yeah. My dad taught me when I was little.
Well, that's a good memory. And seeing that his dad is dead.
You're making me something too, right?
Well, did you order something, Date?
Sure. My treat, Date.
On the house? Where's your mom?
She's in the living room. I think she's watching TV.
How about you? What are you doing here?
I was just doing some meditation, lying on the ground.
What?
He means sleeping.
Well, he must have just gotten up then. I was about to say, if he's been sleeping, why was he just standing there when we walked in?
Date, why are you with Tessa?
We're on a date. Jealous?
We are.
On a date.
Not shovel forge.
On a date.
There we go.
Oh, a date.
Ota?
Huh. A date?
There we go. It's like, that's what I was waiting for. It's like, that would surprise him. I'm like, what?
I'm on an investigation, and she wouldn't let me go.
Go alone. Ota, it does not like this.
Date, I have some delicious fugu eggs. I promise they're not poisoned. Would you like some?
That face. I don't trust that face, Ota.
No thanks. I'm fine.
Ota. It's like he's like the jealous boyfriend, except he's not Iris's boyfriend. He's just a friend. But still, he comes across as like a jealous boyfriend, and you know, I really wonder how like Iris feels about that. It's like he's like overprotective of her. Where's Renju?
You're still looking for him?
I am.
Well, like I told you before, I don't know.
Anything else? Ota's cooking in the kitchen. Oh, here we go. About the parallel world. Quote unquote.
Hey, can you tell me about this parallel world idea in more detail?
Please do, because I feel like it's not a parallel world.
Oh, sure. How should I explain this? Well, Oh, I know. Let's play rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, why?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, if we tie, nothing happens. We just shake hands. If I win, you have to give me something.
Like what?
What if I win?
I'll do anything.
Anything?
Anything?
Anything.
What are you doing with your hands, Iris? I am having very impure thoughts right now.
Date, your heart rate is rapidly increasing.
I'm sure mine is too.
Why exactly is that?
All right, let's do this.
Date. Date's face. Ah! Oh, Date. He is such a lech.
Okay, let's go! 1, 2, 3, shoot!
Yo, what should I throw out? Oh, okay, we are doing rock, paper, scissors. Does it matter which one I choose? It's like, will I like always win or will I always lose? I guess it depends, I guess. Paper.
Shoot!
I won?
Fuck! Yeah!
Oh my god, that was very exuberant. Getting awfully excited over a game of rock, paper, scissors there, Date.
Date, calm down. You're going to pop a blood vessel.
Aw, I lost!
Oh, Iris. It's okay.
But I made a promise.
Yes, you did.
What do you want me to do?
Oh boy. There's so many things you could do, Iris. It's like, what to choose?
If it's no trouble, I want to see your...
Date. No. Do not say that you want to see her, breasts. Do not.
See what?
Let me see. See.
He is gonna say that, isn't he? Oh god.
I will kill you if you say it.
See. Seal. I meant seal.
Seal?
Seal?
Not the smoothest recovery.
No, not at all.
Oh, I get it. You want to see me imitate a seal.
Oh god. No, not really, but I guess we can go with it for now.
No, Iris, please.
Okay, well, here it goes, I guess.
Oh boy.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yum, 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 yum. It's like I'm with an actual seal, guys.
Tessa, what are you doing?
Haven't you been overhearing this whole thing, Ota?
We just played rock, paper, scissors, right?
For one.
You won, and you made me be a seal for some reason. But in a different timeline, maybe we tied.
Sure, yeah. Why am I getting why am I getting Virtue's Last Reward flashbacks from this conversation?
Or maybe I got a prize from you.
A prize?
If I had chosen rock or paper...
So those timelines are what I'd call a parallel world.
So you think I jumped from a world in which you were dead to this one where you're alive?
Oh my god, we're totally getting into Zero Escape territory here.
That's what I think.
Huh. Parallel world, huh? I can't believe it, but...
I mean, it's appropriate, seeing that Uchikoshi is the creator of those games, and that he's also the creator of this game, so it tracks.
Sure you can. Parallel worlds exist.
I mean, I believe it. It's like, I like to believe the unbelievable. I've talked about this before, actually. Not in this Let's Play, but in my Robotics Notes Let's Play, I have. In my, to be specific, Robotics Notes Dash, I've talked about it.
Do you know about the Mandela effect? Or the Booba Kiki effect?
Okay, I know about the Mandela effect, but not the Booba Kiki effect. What the hell is that? Is that something like the Mandela effect?
Or the 100 million balls? If I explain that, would you believe me?
100 million balls? What's that about?
Sounds really interesting, Tessa. I know some urban legends like that. The spatial-temporal man, and the lost friend, and the story of two sisters.
I've heard people talking about it. Okay. I'm most curious of what the Boba Kiki effect is.
Date, look at this picture.
Iris pulled up a picture on her phone of a splotch and a... What do I want to call that? I'm not sure what I want to call the other one, the pink one.
There's a famous experiment regarding this picture.
Okay.
You show this image to people around the world and ask a question. Which one is Booba and which one is Kiki?
Huh.
Believe it or not, 98% of people asked have the same answer.
Which is Boba and which is Kiki? I mean, well, I guess if I had to guess, Booba is... It almost sounds like I'm saying boob. If I had to guess, Booba is the... like, watery splotch picture, and Kiki is the other one, the pink one. That would be my guess, I guess.
The rounder one is Booba, and the jagged one is Kiki.
Yeah, I got it right.
Isn't that weird? In other words, everyone thinks that Booba is a certain way, and Kiki is the other.
Huh.
It applies universally across languages and cultures.
Really?
It's like something ingrained inside all humans.
Is this something that is this something that actually exists in real life? I just wonder. Now I can still talk about it. Well, let's keep going with it.
Like worshipping the sun and the sea. Or thinking that the mother is soft and the father is jagged.
I could see how one would think that, yeah. And it's an interesting, comparison.
Regardless of your culture or background, you probably think this way. It's what Jung called the collective unconscious. There exists a second psychic system of a collective universal and impersonal nature, which is identical in all individuals. That's what Jung said about it. Think of it like bamboo.
Bamboo, okay.
Bamboo stalks look like individual plants since they're separated.
But together, it's different.
But underground, they're all connected.
Or that, yeah.
Human psyches might be like that too, connected at a subconscious level. That's...
The parallel world?
Yeah!
Interesting way to look at parallel worlds.
You saved me in the dream, right? And dreams are all about our subconscious minds.
Yes. A big part of our subconscious minds. I mean, 8 hours of the day, we are in a subconscious state every night because we're dreaming. Although some people have trouble sleeping, insomnia, but I mean, our minds, when we're sleeping and dreaming, can come up with the weirdest and strangest things. And just the idea that dreams in this game can become reality, or is like slowly becoming reality, it seems, slowly becoming reality with Iris's death in this route. It's like, is her death a premonition from the two somniums that we've gone through in this route? Or are we actually dealing with, as Iris is putting it, a parallel worlds? I mean, maybe I wouldn't hold it against this game to do that, seeing that this is coming from the creator of the Zero Escape games.
So if you follow the roots...
You get to another bamboo stalk.
Right.
Yeah, something like that.
Onto another, parallel world. Let's see, the 100 million balls.
This world is full of really interesting stuff. But you know the most interesting thing of all?
What's that?
No, what?
That humans exist at all.
The universe developed in a very particular way to get here. If things were even slightly different, well, the galaxies and solar system and all of that might not have existed at all.
And that means humans would never be born.
Okay, this is pretty deep. If we're talking about humans' existence.
And even if everything happened exactly like that, the probability of human life developing is extremely low. And yet, here we are. Imagine a box full of ping pong balls, labeled 1 to 100 million.
That's a lot of ping pong balls. It's like that would be one hell of a ping pong match.
Would you be able to pick out the one?
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest.
Not likely.
But what if there were 100 million of you?
Sure, geez.
Well, then one of us would definitely pick up the one.
Exactly.
It's like just the idea of there being like a million versions of you. That's a lot to like take in. I mean, that's more than just having like a twin, you know?
The birth of humanity is so improbable that it's basically a miracle. But if there were multiple universes,
It becomes more probable.
Then it wouldn't be strange that at least one of them had humans in it.
She is describing the anthropic principle.
I know about the anthropic principle. Okay.
I may have underestimated her intelligence.
I mean, Iris keeps surprising me in more ways than one. And the Mandela effect. I figured go ahead and get the ones that I don't know out of the way first to find out more about them, and end with the one that I do know.
do you know Nelson Mandela?
And not personally.
Well, yeah. The former president of South Africa. He helped abolish apartheid.
He died in 2013, but a strange thing happened.
Wait, he passed away 10 years ago. God, it doesn't feel like it's been that long since he passed away.
When the news broke, people all over the world thought, didn't Mandela die in prison in 1980?
Nope.
That's the Mandela effect. It's when your memory and history have discrepancies. There are lots of examples, like the name of this kid's book with the bears having different spellings.
I think she's referring to the Berenstain books. I grew up reading those books. And there is a discrepancy with how the name is pronounced because of the spelling of it.
Or people remembering that Kennedy was assassinated in a 4-seat car.
That one I don't know about. Huh.
But in our world, he was in a 6-seat car.
Huh.
Huh. I thought it was a 4-seater too.
Or that electric mouse from that video game. You probably remember the tip of its tail being black.
Electric mouse from that video game. Electric... Okay, this one confuses me. What is this electric mouse you speak of, Iris? I don't think I know this video game that she's referring to.
It wasn't?
Nope, it's all yellow.
Yellow. Okay.
And the design didn't change.
Oh.
Lines from movies, company logos, historical events, and little things.
Yeah, lines from movies. I can go into this one, seeing that I'm a movie buff. Yeah, like the Star Wars one, Luke, I am your father. He doesn't actually say that. He just says, I am your father. It's like that. That's a good example, as well as I'm going far back with this one. There's a movie of Cary Grant's, my most favorite actor of all time, where he's been misquoted of saying, Judy, 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 when in fact he doesn't actually say that name 3 times. He just says it twice, I believe, if I remember that correctly. But in his movie, Bringing Up Baby with Katharine Hepburn, he says to Katharine Hepburn's character, he repeats her name 3 times. Susan, Susan, Susan. So, it's like just like little things like that. It's interesting what the human mind wants to remember when it comes to the Mandela effect. Especially with lines from movies, when those lines that they're remembering are actually wrong. I just find it interesting.
The Mandela effect is everywhere.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
I feel like at this point it's just kind of like human nature.
Because those memories are from parallel worlds?
No. That's not what I think.
That would explain it, I guess.
Anything else? Nope. How about you, Ota? Okay, let's go with the 2 sisters.
So, there's this girl? Let's call her B. She's practicing piano in her room.
Okay. This image. Boy, okay, so it's like the Earth has been split in half and it's like they're like eyeballs through like a pair of glasses. Interesting image. Anyway, it's like, sorry, Ota. So, girl named B, and she's practicing piano, okay?
And her little sister is watching TV in the same room. B asks her to turn the TV volume down so she can hear her piano playing, you know? So B goes back to practicing, playing a little bit. But her sister doesn't turn the volume down. She's not listening at all. So B turns around to scold her. She was really gonna let her sister have it. But she's gone. She's nowhere to be seen. She thinks, I wonder where she went. But then B hears her sister at the door. I'm home. B runs to the front door and sees her sister and her parents standing there.
Okay, this is kind of getting into a spooky territory. It's like what the sister was hearing was something that, like a ghost or a poltergeist would do. Especially a poltergeist, messing with people, doing things to make them panic and, question their sanity.
So B asks, when did you go outside? But her mom says, what are you talking about? She went shopping with me. Bee is really confused by all of this, of course. She asks her little sister about it, and she learns that her favorite TV show was on. And before she went shopping with her mom, she was deciding whether or not she wanted to stay and watch it or not.
So depending on her decision, a parallel world was made.
Huh.
Yeah. What Bee saw might have been from the world where her sister stayed behind.
Very interesting. I feel like choosing anything else is just gonna progress me past everything else. Progress me past choosing the spatial-temporal man and the lost friend. So let's do these other two here. The lost friend.
There's this kid, A. He's in elementary school.
All right.
Well, A had this close friend named Suzuki. One day, after school, they're walking home together. A turns around to tell Suzuki a joke, and Suzuki is laughing his butt off. And he's laughing, and he laughed so hard that his eyes fell out of their sockets.
What?
Well, they were hanging down out of his eye sockets.
Wow. That's a nice horrific image, isn't it?
The nerves were still connected, but A is of course in shock and doesn't know what to do.
My, what big eyes you have.
Suzuki just takes his eyeballs and jams them back into his eye sockets and keeps walking like nothing happened.
It's like, I'm just picturing this whole scenario happening.
So A asks him about it. Like, hey, are you okay? Your eyes fell out. A is really concerned for his friend, you know? But Suzuki just says, yeah, I'm fine. He doesn't say anything about it. And by now, A is really curious, but he's not getting any answers, so they just part ways and go home.
So what? It just gets brushed off?
The story only gets weirder from here. The next day, A goes to school, and Suzuki's not there. A is confused and asks his teacher about it. Hey, where's Suzuki today? And the teacher says, Suzuki? Who's that? There's no Suzuki in this class. A says, what are you talking about? And he goes and asks all of his classmates about Suzuki. They all say the same thing. I don't know him. There's no Suzuki in this class.
So that kid must have jumped into a parallel world without Suzuki.
But then what happens to Suzuki? Is he just, like, lost to time?
That's what I think.
Couldn't Suzuki just be an imaginary friend or something?
I mean, that's a fair question.
No, A was really serious about remembering Suzuki.
It is weird. And there's no way you can pop your eyeballs back in like that.
I don't know. I mean, there is... I don't know how old she is, but there's this woman who I've seen who can not pop her whole eyeball out, but she can pop her eyeball out past, past her eyelids. It's like it's really weird, but at the same time fascinating to me. She can just pop them out and then just pop them back in. I for the life of me, I can't remember her name, but I think she's a black woman, if I remember correctly. And I think she's like been in like on like Ripley's Believe It or Not, you know, shows like that.
Well, not necessarily. There's such a thing as a dislocated eye.
I mean, that makes sense, I guess.
It actually isn't too hard to put your eye back in if it falls out.
Ota is correct. Dislocated eyes are easy to replace in their sockets.
Iba would know, seeing that she resides in Date's eye socket. And actually, by proxy, Date should know this as well, shouldn't he?
As long as none of the nerves or blood vessels were damaged, there are usually no lasting negative effects either.
But that doesn't prove this Suzuki exists.
Well, I guess not, but
But what? The spatial-temporal man?
yeah, it's sort of like a common experience.
Okay, well, the silhouette in the dark. It's definitely not Slender Man. He's not tall enough.
A lot of people have experienced waking up in an uninhabited world they've never seen before.
Uninhabited.
And most of them describe seeing the same person. The spatial-temporal man. He's supposed to be an ordinary old man wearing work clothes.
An old man. Like, right? Do we know who this old man is supposed to be, or? I guess if we knew who he was, then the mystery would be gone.
The spatial-temporal man guides people back to the real world. He tells them, this world is not for you, or something.
I'd like to meet him someday.
It's like, how would you even meet him, Iris? What about others?
So, this elementary school kid, let's call him C. He goes to school and there's a bunch of things on the floor. Postcards, towels, a coffee cup, rice bowls, a sink, lots of stuff. But C realized that those were all things from his own house.
How did they get to the classroom?
No one knows. It's not like anyone did it on purpose or there was a thief or anything.
Maybe something happened that made two parallel worlds fuse.
Like some kind of, crisis?
Yeah, maybe.
Anything else?
I know a ton of stories like this. Like being suddenly transported 1 year into the future, and there's a missing persons report out for you.
So I can't tell you how many times I've seen like both of those in, you know, TV or movies.
You look down at your phone, but you realize that it's not yours. It's not the one you remember having. You look through the contacts, and it's filled with names you don't recognize.
Sounds scary.
I mean, I guess it would be scary at first, but I feel like over time you would get used to it.
There's more, too. Like this town where everyone is Japanese.
everyone. Like there's one parallel world where all the people in it are just strictly Japanese. That would be interesting. And honestly, I wouldn't mind that. I find the Japanese to be very interesting. It's like just, the people, the culture. I guess that's why I really like, these games that come from Japan that are made by the Japanese people.
But they're speaking a completely different language. And all the signs and magazines and stuff have different letters.
Okay, so they're Japanese, but they speak a different language. Other than Japanese. Alright. I can buy that.
And it's not like Korea or China. It's the Japan we know, but the language is different.
That's a prime example of a parallel world.
All this is very interesting. And, some of it is kind of going over my head a little bit. It's like I'm trying to understand it all. And why this is so important. I guess my theory of Iris's death being a premonition isn't holding very much water, given this whole massive talk of parallel worlds. It now really seems like that's where this path is heading. Which I'll take. I mean, this is Uchikoshi that we're dealing with. It's like, it's not surprising, really. Well, Ota or Iris, summarize for me.
When did you two get so knowledgeable?
Oh, I don't know.
About when they hit teenager age.
Tessa is always writing about this stuff on the internet. That's why I decided to research it too. That's how I learned all this stuff.
Of course.
Oh, hey.
Because whatever Iris is interested in, Ota's gonna be interested in. Because he's just as much of a fanboy as Moma is of Iris.
I know about conspiracies and secret societies too. I find that stuff fascinating. If you want, we could talk about those.
We might have to save those for another time, though.
Maybe next time. Now where's that omelet rice?
Yeah, shouldn't that be ready by now? We've been talking for quite a while.
Done!
About time. Ota brought the dish over. He laid out an omelet rice in front of me and Iris. She's so happy. Iris grabbed her spoon with a huge smile on her face.
Bon appetit!
Bon appetit. She picked up a spoonful. It's like she looks so cute here. No, actually, she tried to pick up a spoonful. And dropped the spoon. You okay, Iris? What's happening?
Tessa, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you really?
My hand slipped.
You were clutching your hand. I don't think her hand slipped.
Let's eat.
You just gonna, pick the omelet rice up and just eat it like it was a burrito? Iris and I ate the omelet rice in near silence. There was no conversation. Just the sound of the spoon hitting the plate. Clink, clink, clink. The diner echoed with it. I almost said dinner. And before long...
Thanks for the food!
Iris was totally re-energized. Her face was back to her usual easy smile. Well, she was smiling awfully big in that close-up.
That was good.
I want omelet rice now. Sounds so good.
Ota, your omelet rice is seriously the best.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Aw, thanks. I owe it to my dad. He taught me well.
It's like, that's good. It's a good skill to have, cooking. I mean, especially important if you live on your own. It's like, that way you're not, eating out all the time. I paid for the food and stood to go.
Let's get going, Iris.
Thanks again.
Thank you. Come back soon.
We will. Well, I think I'm gonna actually stop it here for now. We'll pick this back up next time. Yeah, the whole notion of parallel worlds fascinates me because I like to believe in that kind of thing. It's like, believe the unbelievable. It's like it's all interesting to me. And anything like that is just fascinating. Well, I hope you all enjoyed watching, and thank you all for watching as well. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, like, favorite, and claw that subscribe button to become part of the pack. And as always, everyone, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you may be.